Hi, my name is Michelle and you're watching Michelle's Life, and today's video is a review of a book called Weird Girl and What's His Name by Meagan Brothers. This is the first book I've ever read by Meagan Brothers and I was blown away. It is my first 5-star read of the year and I'm so excited to talk about it today. This book is an LGBTQIA contemporary YA book about two coming-of-age teenagers trying to find their place in the world with each other and apart from each other, and it's just such a beautiful story. The writing doesn't feel like YA, it feels like literature. It's just beautifully written. The story is about two misfit teens that depend on each other. They are each other's best friends in a high school where they are known as Weird Girl and What's His Name. Basically, they're invisible to the rest of the school and they don't care as long as they have each other. And the characters' names are Tallulah and Rory has come out to Lula and told her that he is gay, and so she's known about it for a while. But when he starts to stray and kind of start to live his own life, she loses herself and she has to identify what she's feeling, and she has a hard time with that. So that's pretty much the plot, and I can't really say more than that, but it is so well crafted. The characters and their voices are so profound in the way that it's like the author is reading to you in different tones and you can hear each voice so clearly even though you're just reading it off the page. Meagan Brothers' ability to pull each character off the page and make them so dimensional, like they're not just a good character or a bad character, they are perfectly rounded. And her ability to create and craft such wonderful characters that you love them all, even the bad ones, like it's amazing. The family elements of this book were wonderful. The friendship elements were great. You could see right from the very beginning of the book how much Rory cares about Tallulah and their friendship. It's obvious by his dialogue and his actions. There's not a lot of thought, you know, you're not hearing a lot of the characters' thoughts and like, oh my god, should I do this or should I do that? And it's wonderful. The story is broken into two separate parts. The first half of the story is told by Rory and through his perspective, and then the second half of the book is told from Lula's perspective. And I love that it wasn't just battling back and forth between POVs, it was just beautifully streamed together. One thread that wove the story together was their fandom that they were a part of, which was the X-Files. You could see how the fandom built who they were and who they were becoming. So it wasn't just this extraneous thing that was thrown into the book, it was put there for a reason. And I can see that some people might have thought like, wow, a little too much X-Files were mentioned in this book, but it really had an importance to the book. It started off at surface level, it was something like a hobby that they did together, but then they started identifying with the characters and they started to think about who they were and who they were becoming and how their friendship was like the friendship in the TV show, and it made them develop their friendship over time. Instead of just being a surface friendship where they just hang out and do silly things, they started to talk about serious topics that usually come up as you grow up and become an adult, and it was just beautiful. The writing in this book was so well done that if the author had a writing course, I would sign up for it, because it was just from page one, she draws you in, and her voice is so unique and powerful. And I'm not even usually a big contemporary fan, but holy damn, this book was so good. I liked that this author definitely had a grasp on the idea of show, not tell, with her writing. The dialogue showed you everything that you needed. You didn't need to hear personal thoughts. You could see the motivations for each person through their actions and their dialogue alone, and it was just beautiful. I recently read Simon vs. the Homo Sapien Agenda, and while I think that book was a little bit more lyrical, I think that this was a better portrayal of teenagers experimenting and coming in on their own. And with the LGBT themes in this book, I thought it was a more accurate portrayal of those things. I did like Simon versus the Homo sapien agenda, but I kind of just thought it was, I don't know, it wasn't as serious as I wanted it to be, and this fulfilled that niche that I wanted. And I don't know, I can't really compare it to anything, but it's a beautiful coming of age story, and I don't know why more people haven't read it. It does have a weird title, I will admit that, but that's what drew me to it, just like a lot of bands that I've been drawn to in the past. My husband has always made fun of me for the weird things that I pick up, such as books and music. So the whole time I was reading this, he was just like, oh my god, is that another one of like your Neutral Milk Hotel things? But because he always thought that band name was ridiculous, so, and it is, and so is this title. But it's an amazing book. If you're looking for something that is unlike your normal contemporary YA books, I would definitely pick this one up. I will be picking up more of Meagan Brothers books in the future. I've heard that some of her other works also feature LGBT elements in them, and I've been really enjoying reading more of those books lately, and I thought this was perfect because it wasn't the main focus. It was just part of the story, you know? It wasn't just like, here's this theme and let's explore it in this whole book. It was about the rest of the world going on. So yes, of course Rory is gay and he's working through that, but Lula is also working through her own things, and just all the kids around them are working through their own things, and it's so realistic and so lifelike and so perfect. You see the characters and you see all their flaws and you see their struggles and the reasons why they're going through these struggles. And as a parent, I really appreciated this because Lula's mom is a POS, and you get that right in the beginning that she's a POS. She left, you know, in the beginning, so this isn't a spoiler. She left her daughter with the grandparents because she didn't want to be a mom, or she wasn't ready to be a mom. And I understand that for her situation that was for the best, but I don't know, just all of these characters are so well crafted that you hate that mom even though Lula loves her, and the grandparents are so wonderful even though they're a little stereotypic, but they're beautiful people. And I can't say enough about this book. From page 1 I was just flipping through the book. I mean, it was on my Kindle, so I was just actually tabbing through the book, but it was just so great that I flew through it. I think it was like 350 pages, so it's not a very long commitment, but I was just going through 20%, 20%, 20% like it was nothing. And just, I need to read more Meagan Brothers like right now, because she is an artist. Her writing is artistic and beautiful. I wouldn't say that it's lyrical, but it's precise, and just, man, I want to take a writing course from her. So anyway, that's this review. If you want to hear a good modern coming of age story with LGBTQIA themes, then pick this up. If you want a story that has fantastic characters that are well-rounded and have grayness to them, pick this book up. If you want a story that features amazing friendships and it's not all about romance, pick this book up. If you want books that have strong dialogue and focus on showing instead of telling, pick this book up. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you like this review. I filmed it several times and I can't vocalize and get on film how much I enjoyed this book. But I hope you do, and if you do, let me know, because I need to fangirl with someone. So don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye!